Meow?
Alright, hello YouTubers and Doctor Who fans, it is me, Ozzy, and today I shall be showcasing for you my Evil of the Daleks Emperor custom. This is the Mark II. The Mark I originally appeared in my title sequence for my videos, and it's probably still there on this video, but today I'm going to talk you through the process of making this Emperor from conception to what we have right now. So to start off with, back in 2012-13 I got some Evil of the Daleks Emperor plans off of a forum. I didn't know that they weren't entirely accurate, but I used them to create a paper Emperor for my action figure adventure Triumph for the Daleks. Then it kind of sat on my shelf as like a decomposed Emperor for a bit, and I didn't really know what to do with it. And then a couple of years ago I thought, you know what, I'll take this more seriously and try and make a proper 5-inch version. So then I started making the neck piece, but then I kind of gave up halfway through, and then I picked this up again during lockdown. And what I did for the skirt section is that I glued all the panels together, then I cut up some card to make the struts, then I added the 12-inch Dalek hemispheres, and then I filled everything, all the holes up with clay. And then I took a silicone mould of 1/2 of the skirt, and then I casted that in resin, and then I made a neck piece. I made one strut, and then I cast it up 10 times, and then made a separate neck piece, and then I made a dome, which was really awful. So that was the Mark I. It was all casted up in resin and filled in with milliput and all that kind of thing. It was separated into 4 parts, the parts 1 and 2 of the skirt, the neck and the head. But then I realised that this isn't very efficient if I wanted to make more copies, or if I wanted to make it a lot cleaner. So what I did for the Mark II is that I took my Mark I Emperor, which was horrible and had loads of imperfections on it. It wasn't sanded or anything, and the dome was way too flat. I took that and I filled in everything with milliput again and sanded all the texture down, and then I made a silicone mould of the actual Mark I Emperor. You'll be able to see a video of me doing it now. So once that mould was done, I made a plaster shell to put on top of the silicone, and then I took the Mark I out, and then I started putting resin in, and then I had a raw blank copy of the version 2. So this is the version 2 which we have now. And yeah, before anyone says anything, I know it's not entirely accurate. I was going off of plans which I had ages ago, and yes, I know there's better customs out there, but this is my scratch built version. It's kind of different from 3D printing because 3D modelling and printing is slightly easier because you can duplicate things and make things straight and not have to fill things in with modelling clay or anything like that. But this is 100% scratch built, so let's go through it. So I did it in a Halford's silver. I did a black undercoat first, and then I masked off the areas and sprayed it with a Halford silver, which I think works really well. It's a lot better than Rust-Oleum silver. Rust-Oleum's just way too just harsh and just not light like it should be. So the bolt sections here were done with a Dalek plunger, I think. I just snipped it and then put milliput in it as well. And the hemispheres, like I said, 12-inch Dalek, and the hemispheres there are the Comet Miniatures Dalek. Apologise that my tripod's squeaking. So then we got the neck piece, which just give you a little bit of a run around. Completely scratch made. This part was joined up with milliput. A lot of people seem to build the neck bit out to there, but it's, you know, a bit more flush to the bottom. So as I was saying, the headpiece looked a lot different originally, and I had to redo it. It didn't have the dots on top, or the disc. I think it looks a lot better. You can see all the brush strokes, but on the prop it had a strange texture to it anyway, so I don't think it really matters too much. And yeah, the original dome was probably about that high, but I've extended it just to make it a lot more accurate to what's seen on screen. Then it's given an off-white colour, and the eye stalk was just made with a cocktail stick and a Comet Miniatures eye stalk. So doing a size comparison, maybe it is slightly too big, but I think it's more imposing when it's taller, so I'm not too worried about the scale. But it's roughly in scale with the 5-inch figures. So yeah, overall I'm very pleased with this. Like I said, not 100% accurate, but it took a lot of work, and I think it turned out pretty good. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in another custom video.